You want a fantasy role-playing game that's a little grittier and a little bit more dangerous? I got one for you. Stick around, I'll tell you about it. Hi folks, Old Man Grognard here in my new digs, a shared office. What's behind me up there is a light and a fan, which is why I have a cord hanging down behind me. Just so I get that out of the way. But I came here to talk about a new role-playing game. A new fantasy role-playing game. It just hit print. As of this recording, it's been out on PDF for a month or two now. And it is the Mithgarthr Core Rulebook. Mithgarthr the role-playing game. Mithgarthr. Now, full disclosure on this. This was written by my good friend Matt Evans. Not only do I have a little artwork in here, I played in this world on and off for about 5 years now. Mostly on, but off lately. I've been busy. Anyway, but so I'm very familiar with how Matt runs things. This book is 186 pages, and it here's what it looks like, by the way. It's a hardback. You know, it only comes in hardback for now. So Matt has done it. He's play tested. He's beat on it over the years, so it's pretty solid. The art is by Nick Altman, the late Nick Altman. Moment of silence there. Bradley K. McDivitt, Brett Newland, Dark Zolt, Gary Dupree, Indy Martin, Jacob E. Blackman, James E. Shields, Jeremy Moeller, Marcija Zagarski, Powell Dubose, Rick Hershey, William McGosland, and yours truly. I hope I got those names right. Now, this world he's done, basically this game is 5e. Okay, let's get that right out of the way. This game is 5e. So you're going to see familiar stuff in there, like rolling an advantage and disadvantage, ascending armor class, some skills, inspiration points, etc., etc., etc. But what Matt did was retune it to his own world. Now, this world, Mithgarthr, had been around for about, like I said, 5 to 7 years, maybe longer before I got into his group. It's a very Norse/Germanic world. Not only was Matt inspired by the games he was running, but he's also inspired by Warhammer Fantasy Roleplay. So you find that's why he says it's D&D on hard mode. I call it D&D on Matt mode because I'm used to his, stuff. Well, let's take a look at the book. It's a beautiful, beautiful book. Here's one of the intro pages here. It's got a really nice layout and a clear font. It's easy. The headers are easy to find. It's got a table of contents. It doesn't have an index, but I think you can find. It's so simple. You can find what you need in here. Here's a page on the class. The races rather. Now, going back to saying that about the Germanic Norse thing, so things were tweaked. Like, you have classes. You have the barbarian, bard, druid, Goatee equals cleric, with some paladin thrown in because they're really a fighting cleric. A ranger, rogue, warrior, and a zaburer. Zaburer, which equals wizard. So you have that, and they all have special abilities. Each one has a special ability, at least one special ability, probably more. It's like I said, it pretty much follows right down the D&D class and level thing, but let me explain what's going on here. Here's another page for you. That's a Goatee right there. So that's what pretty much your cleric will look like. Think of a cleric with a really bad attitude, because they've got two pantheons working here. They got the Mithgarthr pantheon, which Matt came up with, but they also have the Norse pantheon. which makes it fun. Combat works pretty much the same way. Here's a few more of the pages here. And this is the spells. Now, spells. Okay. Spells are spell points. If you're going to throw spells, you get a certain amount of spell points. Like the ranger will get a certain amount of spell points at a certain level. The wizard right off the bat, things like that. And the spells are broken down into 5 levels, which they call circles. 5 circles of magic plus what they call elementary magic, which are cantrips. And what else is different? Oh, we have 7 stats. We have the 6 stats, and he added a sanity stat. Matt, you... Okay. Yeah, there's a sanity rule in here, and it works. I'm thinking it's more like... I mean, yeah, it could really mess you up, but it's like more of a... You know, the fear check on steroids. Yeah. So it works that way. When you create a character, you choose a profession which gives you a few perks. To me, that's the Warhammer Fantasy Roleplay influence on it. It's not as extensive as the professions in that game, but it'll give you a little something to work with right off the bat, because characters start at 0 level. 0. And you work your way up to first level. It's not that hard. 500 experience points, boom, your first level. It's not like going through the DCC character funnel or anything, although they can die. They can die. We're going through the first one right now. We're all 0 level characters, no classes, no nothing. We've got a profession. That's why it gives you the profession, so you have something to go on your way to first level, pretty much. I dig it, as I've said. And like I said, it's a disc world, and the whole feel of it is like it's very you really feel like you're there. It really feels that way when he runs it, and when you run it, because it's really like immersed in the Norse type thing. Here's the bestiary, part of the bestiary. The one thing, well, it's 5e, so I probably should have expected this. As an old grog, I really don't like... I mean, I like... Okay, fine. First edition, second edition, they did give you full stats, but this is ridiculous. This is the 3rd and 4th edition influence, because everything in here has full stats. Every beastie in here has full stats. And that's a gripe about the edition to me, and not the game, because I will throw about half of these out, half the stat. I won't use the stats. I'll tell you right now, I will not use those stats. I'm talking about like the 7 stats, you know, the strength, dex, blah 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 blah. No, here they got an armor class, they got hit points, they got special abilities. Boom, go. But Matt, you know, going by the OGL of the 5th edition, so. That's pretty much there. But it's a complete bestiary. I wish he would have organized it alphabetically. He broke it down by, like, you know, animals, undead, things like that. Kind of like the way the old the first edition of the creature catalog did, and makes it harder to find stuff. That's a minor gripe. All this has a minor gripe. Here's part of the world. Here's one of the pages, and there's some of my artwork down there. Talking about Mithgarthr, like I said, it's a really, really Germanic Norse type thing, and it just feels good. It feels lived in. That's what I'm trying to say. It's lived in. Here's the maps. This comes in the book. This is in the book, and Matt did the maps. And they're beautiful. That's pretty much the continent of Mithgarthr right there. Between those two, it's a double-page spread. I just couldn't, you know, a thing like that. But this is a really, really fun book. I mean, yeah, it's dangerous, but you can still, you know, you get in there and you just like, it's not quite. It's D&D with a lot more dirt. It's I'm not going to say it's low magic, because they have a special section on there called Chaos Magic, which you don't want to mess with at all. I mean, you don't, really. So, you know, you can get into trouble. There is a lot of danger out there, but there's also a lot of fun. It's kind of low magic, yeah, but it just, you know, it's almost like Warhammer Fantasy Roleplay meets Astonishing Swordsmen and Sorcerers of Hyperborea. It's almost a mashup like that with Warhammer, you know, with the Warhammer Fantasy overlay, and it's just beautiful. Matt did an excellent job. There is a module out there for it called the Gooblets of Punchstein, and I would recommend it. It's a 0 level module. It's an introductory module, basically, to get your character from 0 to 1st. We're playing through it right now. So, anyway, where to get this? Where do we get this? Okay. First of all, you can go to the Mithgarthr website, and I'll put all that stuff down there. You can go to the Mithgarthr website, and you can get a no-art version for free. You click on it, and it takes you to a document, and just download it. Boom. There you go. If you want something a little better on a PDF side with the art and everything and the whole layout and everything, or you want a print version, you go through Drive-Thru RPG or RPG Now, the one bookshelf people. The PDF is $19.99. The print is $49.99, and it is a hardcover. If you want both, it's $69.95. And they're always running sales. Matt likes to run sales, so keep an eye on there and see if you can get it for a little cheaper. But it's worth the price. It really is. So we got Mithgarthr, the role-playing game. Go play it. It's good. Oh, by the way, here's an endorsement from me. I've said, people have heard me say this, and I've said it over online too, that I will not run 5th edition. I will play 5th edition. I will not run 5th edition. If I have to run 5th edition, this is the one I'm going to run. Because it strips it down enough where I can actually deal with it. So that's my endorsement. So go out and get this and tell me if you liked it, you didn't like it, you think I'm full of it at oldmangrognard@gmail.com. So until next time, bye-bye!